Hey ladies, I woke up in a sweat thinking I've messed something up and that I need to check with the assistant provost, and I did, so we are good to go. Um, Let me come back to here. Our great idea to title them differently, so for traditional and accelerated and ABSN is great, but that's going to require a little bit of additional work on our part. I think it's going to be hairy this year, but next year we'll be really glad. Being once we get down to traditional, they're going to keep the existing numbers, but then we have to add other courses. So instead of looking like we have this many courses, which is, what is this, 30, which is what we talked about yesterday. Instead of having 30 courses, we're going to have another 30 for our accelerated, and then another, 6 for our RN to BSM. So to do that, when we add a course, we have to give them another number. So to be consistent across the board, I think we should keep the traditional students the number that's already there. Then when we get to accelerated students, let's add a 1. So instead of 320, they'd be 321. And then when we get to RN to BSN, let's add another number. So that'd be 322. So then next year when we look at this, we'd have nursing 200 and nursing 201 because the traditional and the accelerated get that. We would have nursing 300 and 301 because traditional and accelerated. Then the name will have the prefix of whatever group that is in it. For example, go back down to here. So if it's I use 320 because that's one that all groups do. So if a traditional BSN, it's going to stay the same with the existing number, but in the title, we're going to add traditional. For example, it's going to say nursing 320, trad, health assessment. Then on the accelerated ones, we're going to add that, we're going to add a class, and it will be nursing 321, ABSN health assessment, and then for RN to BSN, it'll be nursing 322, RN to BSN health assessment. We can simply copy paste the description once we get it from here into the right place on the Form 90s, but we needed to make sure that we add these two courses. So I think I explained that pretty well down here in our on our checklist. But if you have questions at it, holler at me. Since we're doing this, that means we're doing 3, basically we're doing 2 Form 90s and 2 syllabi for each course, because then the syllabi also has to be named that also. And then on some of those courses, I think there's about 6 of them that have RN to BSN. So for those courses, we'll be doing 3 syllabi and 3 Form 90s. If you have any questions, holler at me. Let's pace ourselves so that we can get through our 10 in the next month. But Dr. Dunstan, who's the assistant provost, did clarify that yes, we can do that to differentiate different tracks. So I think that'll help us in the future, keeping students on track. It's just going to be a little hairy this year. Thanks, ladies.